Oh, hey.
I don't think y'all understand how fire this genre of gaming is. I'm telling you, this shit is pure fuego. This beats Nintendo games, fighting games, and even the stinky people that play RPG games. But we're not here for those. We're here for the spooky spooks. As a huge lover of horror games and scary shit in general, I know when scary shit is done right and when it's done bad. We're gonna rate some of these horror games, some of my favorite ones, and some of the ones that are just absolute garbo. And these are my opinions, by the way, so please don't get triggered. Don't hate comment, please. And I'm gonna mention the ones that are pretty overrated because some are just brainless jump scare festivals. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Alright, let's jump in. I think the games that do horror the best are the ones that actually build up horror and not just make it all jump scares. And that's exactly what this game does wrong. Well, for the most part. I know this is one of the more popular horror games and a lot of people's favorites. And it was mine too at one point. But now that I look back at it, it's honestly just whatever. First of all, this game has way too many jump scares. Like, what the fuck was that? It was just a bird. Calm down. Most of these are supposed to build up the vibe of what you're about to get yourself into. And the thing is that that's exactly what this game does in the beginning. It has a build up to what's gonna happen. But it just gets really obnoxious eventually. There are loud sounds for literally everything. It is not that serious. That is just a guy falling. That's not to say that this game has bad horror. There are still scary parts in this game that still got me shitting my pants if I played today. Like this nightmare. The school scenes in this game are for sure what got me pissing my pants when I played this shit for the first time. It definitely scared me more than the villages and the giant mean Grim Reaper lady. Being chased by a milli-rocking demon that has the power to fucking teleport and run full speed at you is way more scary than being chased by rednecks with axes. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about him that's so unsettling. Whenever you see him in the school levels, you know it's gonna be some scary part or something scary is just gonna come up. Plus, this game just has overall extra hidden horror parts that not everyone even experienced on their first time playing this shit. Like, there's this part where you can walk in some of the school hallways and demons just pop up either in front of you or behind you out of nowhere.
What the fuck was that? Did y'all see that shit? What the fuck is that? Did y'all see that shit? Am I bugging? What the I saw a hand, bruh.
I don't know about y'all, but this that good horror. This game overall has flaws. It doesn't really make me mad though, because it has a pretty decent story and some of the scares are pretty solid. 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7. But if we're gonna talk about horror and games that can do scary, Papa Combo takes a gold medal. These games make my shit leak before I even get to the toilet, bro. Like sitting in a gas station for 4 hours and some guy tries to kill me out of nowhere. That's scary as shit. Being an ugly little boy and being chased by a bunny with a sickle. That's scary as shit. I'm not really sure if I can count this as good horror though, because mostly what makes these games scary is just the atmosphere and the extremely loud jump scares. And it definitely works because I have Nun Massacre on my PlayStation library and I ain't ever touching that shit. 9 out of 10. Alright, we just talked about 2 pretty solid video juegos and I'm getting bored, so let's just talk about a shitty one. I mean, this one ain't really shitty, but it flopped pretty hard. It sucks because it could have been one of the best too. I think it's safe to say that the people over there working on Dead by Daylight aren't really so sure what to do with their game anymore. Like, bro, you could be chased by Wesker now. And that brings up the first point. The killers they add in this game aren't scary anymore. Ever since they added this guy, they got kind of comfortable with adding shitty killers. And they just added one recently too. Her name is the Skull Merchant, and her ability is just to use drones to see her survivors. What the fuck has this game come to? The thing is that I used to be such a big fan of this game too. I played this with my friends a lot. I was rank 2 with Survivor for fuck's sake. Like, I remember the days they were adding people like Ghostface and the Pig, and now we're just adding people that can summon bird. You know what? 4 out of 10. Fuck this game.
Yo, she became a bird!
Alright, more shitty games. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Let's go. I had such high hopes for this game, and this game really just took a shit on my forehead when I played it. Mostly because this game's technical performance is absolutely dog butter. Well, for console at least. I played this game on a PlayStation 4, and I was thinking maybe that's why I had issues, but I had friends playing this on a PlayStation 5, and they were having the exact same problems that I did. I could not go to an open area without my character having a rubber band everywhere, and having a bad performance, being a little boy with no stamina, and being chased by 7-foot alligators. That shit just makes the game way too hard. Also, the jump scares are extremely lame.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward.
I got scared by the lady giving me a map more than the actual animatronics. I mean, maybe if I play it again, it won't be running as bad since they probably did some updates. I mean, either way, I didn't really enjoy the story that much either, so 5 out of 10. No, it's trash. Alright, I talked about 2 good ones and 2 bad ones. Now for my favorite. The Resident Evil games. Alright, let me just set one thing straight before we talk about this. I'm a pretty young guy. I haven't really been around here for too long. I just kind of spawned in. So I haven't really had any of the old consoles to play the old Resident Evils, except this one. So I played the new time ones. Those are my first ones. And oh my god, I fell in love. My very first Resident Evil was RE7. I remember being 10 years old watching Markiplier play this shit, and I fell in love right away. Then I played it myself, and I wanted to cry. I looked like SpongeBob every time he seen the hash slinging slasher every time I saw this menace. I'm not sure if the game has good horror though, because it was my first, or if it's because it's just a good game in general. Scary wise, I'm gonna give this like a 6 out of 10. You kind of get used to the scares and stuff and being chased, but it doesn't get boring. The game is pretty fun. So gameplay wise, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Got a good story, it revived the franchise after this flop, and overall did pretty well, 8 out of 10. And that's all the games I'm gonna do for now. If you want more stuff like this, please comment down below. Trust me, I love reading your guys' comments. It makes my day. I love reading what you guys have to say. And plus, I'm gonna be playing this game soon.